killed people and dragged their bodies onto the bank, leaving them barely touched. By that time, Gustav was around his mid-40s already, so why did he start behaving like that so late? Through what we know today about crocodiles, there are several theories possible. Theory A, the herpetologist view. Gustav weighs over 2,000 pounds and measures close to 20 feet. Every movement burns significant calories that need to be replaced. We've seen that crocodiles never stop growing, but their energy needs don't scale linearly with size. A crocodile twice as long needs much more than twice the food because moving that mass requires exponentially more effort. For the first 3 decades of his life, Gustav could sustain himself the way any large crocodile does: fish, animals coming to drink, and the occasional competitor. By the late 1980s, he was in his mid-40s and had likely crossed the 18-foot mark. At that threshold, chasing fish starts costing more calories than it provides. His own body becomes a problem. Humans are slow, predictable, and show up at the same places along the water's edge. And remember, crocodiles have long-term memories. From a crocodile that can no longer afford fast pursuits, we are the perfect prey. Why were the bodies found uneaten then? The herpetologists would say that consuming large prey requires the death roll, where the crocodile spins its entire body to tear off chunks of flesh. At over 2,000 pounds, performing a death roll is exhausting. If Gustav isn't starving, processing a body might cost more than he would gain from eating it. So he kills, then either waits for decomposition to soften the flesh or moves on to another target. The late 1980s might simply be when his body crossed a threshold, forcing him to operate differently. Theory B, the trauma. As we've seen, Gustav's body carries scars inflicted by humans. A crocodile Gustav's size, carrying enough leather to change someone's life, probably became a target worth pursuing. As you know it, crocodiles have long-term associative memory. Studies have documented them remembering specific threats for over 40 years. Every time a human tried to kill Gustav, his brain stored information about the encounter until he eventually associated humans with danger, what they look like, what sounds precede the pain, etc. In the 1970s, firearms in Royal Burundi were relatively rare, but by the 1980s, political instability had pushed more weapons into circulation. Guns meant for militias ended up with poachers and villagers. Most of his scars were probably acquired during this period, which changed his behavior accordingly. At some point, Gustav may have stopped processing humans as potential food and began treating them as a recurring source of pain that needed to be eliminated whenever it appeared in his territory. The same response a dominant crocodile has toward a rival male. Theory C, the dark one. Surplus killing. In most predators, killing and eating are linked together in a regulatory loop. Hunger triggers the hunt. A successful kill leads to feeding. Feeding creates satiation, and satiation suppresses the urge to kill until hunger returns. This loop evolved over millions of years to prevent wasted energy. In 1972, as we've seen, bodies floated down the Ruzizi for months.